Hi everyone. Welcome to a ride into the wild spirit of customization. This is Deadwood, a 2025 Harley-Davidson Street Bob reborn by Thunderbike. From its season past to its bold new future, this custom bike was built to ride, to impress, and to tell a story with every mile. Let's dive into what makes the Deadwood more than just metal and rubber. It's a resurrection on two wheels. A custom bike is never ordinary, and Deadwood is the perfect proof. What started as a well-traveled street bob returned to our workshop for its next chapter. The result? A stunning transformation that pushes the boundaries of what's possible in custom design. At Thunderbike, we live and breathe customization. Our work follows two paths. We turn brand new Harley-Davidsons into personal expressions of power and style. And just as passionately, we breathe new life into used machines. Bikes that have already seen the world, and now deserve a second, bolder identity. The Deadwood belongs to that second kind. It wasn't factory fresh, it had a story, a few custom touches, and a spirit shaped by the road. But it was ready for something bigger. And that's where we stepped in. Every detail on this bike reflects a commitment to craftsmanship and character. It's not just about looks, it's about feel, presence, and giving this street bob a whole new soul. Whether you're drawn to the nostalgia of a bike with history or the thrill of its new, aggressive stance, the Deadwood delivers. It often begins with a single detail, a wish, a vision, a part that sparks the transformation. In the case of Deadwood, it all started with the idea of a swinging rear fender. And if you ride a street bob, you'll know exactly why. This bobber already draws on the DNA of the 50s, echoing the lines of old rigid frames. And that means, the fender should sit low, hugging the tire, no matter the riding position. That's where we come in. Our solution is called Flying Slim, a custom rear fender kit designed specifically to follow the swing arms line. It's not just fitted, it's welded in place for a seamless, clean integration. That's what the Deadwood got when it rolled into our workshop, and for us, rear fender customization is just another day at the office. But here's something you'll want to hear, we've now taken this idea a step further. For those of you who want that look without the welding, we're introducing the Flying Bob, a bolt-on version, ready for you to install yourself. No need to modify your swing arm. It's available in both 150 and 200 mm widths and bolts directly to the axle using discrete lugs. Of course, the welded look still has that elegant edge, but trust us, you'll have to look very closely to tell the difference. Finish options? The sky's the limit. And if you're chasing that true vintage vibe, we've even got versions with center-mounted tail lights in our new 2025 catalog. On Deadwood, we went for a clean rear view. Integrated 3-in-1 strut-mounted turn signals serve as indicators, brake lights, and tail lights, giving us the freedom to leave the back wide open. The side-mounted license plate holder on the left keeps everything neat, while on the right, the short Jekill and Hyde exhausts add that aggressive, yet street-legal sound. Take a closer look, and you'll notice a theme: perforated details. From the exhaust heat shields to the fender struts, and even the Spirit leather Sola saddle, that repeating pattern isn't just cool, it's intentional. The same detail flows through the forward controls, the Joker mirrors, and the housing of our classic air cleaner. It's all about visual harmony. We gave Deadwood satin finished grips and foot pegs, not just for looks, but for solid control. The turn signals? Tucked neatly under the bars for that stealthy finish. And speaking of bars, we installed our Flip II handlebars, available in multiple styles with various riser options to match your ergonomics and taste. Here's a subtle but effective touch: we raise the front of the tank just a bit. That small lift aligns the tank line perfectly with the more aggressive stance of the front end, another example of how form and function blend in a true custom. And that's the big idea behind Deadwood. You don't just ride a custom bike, you grow with it. This is more than a custom job. It's a reinvention, a fusion of the past and the present, and a reminder. No matter where your ride began, it can always evolve into something legendary. Thanks for watching.